Napoli are your breakaway leaders over in Italy as, of course, other teams behind them dropped points. But can they catch up with them this coming midweek? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with our prediction video. Today we look forward to match number 15 over in Serie A. We'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe to keep bang on table things. Babylon related, Serie A related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one brewski. So, of course, Napoli leading the charge 3 points clear over AC Milan. We've got just that 1 point clear over the nearest and dearest Internazionale. But it can all heat up this midweek. And, of course, we'll take a little look at it, all of it in a minute. A big shout out to my VIPs. They're the Patreons, boys and girls. Of course, thank you for your love. And if you want to help us out, check out that link down below, patreon.com/overseas. From the price of a can of Coke all the way to a price of a Ferrari, you can support the channel in any which way you like. Of course, make sure you check that badge out, patreon.com/overseas. So, what we're going to do now, of course, recap the games that took place this past weekend. Of course, bring you forward to the games that take place this midweek in a double match week over in Italy. Good chance for you guys to catch up in the prediction league. Good chance for, of course, teams in the actual Serie A to gain places in the table. So we're going to kick it off with AC Milan against Sassuolo. Bit of a surprise here, 3-1 for Sassuolo over AC Milan in Milan. Of course, I went the other way. Meanwhile, Roma picked up a win over Torino to go into 5th in the table. Cagliari, Salernitana ended up as a 1-1 draw. Empoli picking up a 2-1 win over Fiorentina, going up to dizzy heights. 11th for them in the table. Venezia also lost to Internazionale. Called it, lads. Called it with a 2-0 win. Juventus also lost to Atalanta. Atalanta up to 4th. Juventus remain in 7th or down to 7th, whatever you want to look at it. Meanwhile, Sampdoria, big respect to them. Big win for them. 3-1 win over Hellas Verona. Moves them up to 15th. Verona into 10th, of course. I want the 2-1 win myself. Spezia lost against Bologna. Called it, lads. Called it. Bologna up to 9th. Spezia in a bit of trouble into 17th right now. Napoli smashed Lazio. 4-0 win in the end. Lazio down to 8th. Napoli, of course, remain top of the box. And, of course, Udinese, a 0-0 draw against Genoa. Do you know what I mean? Let's take a look at that table. Here it is. Of course, in all its glory, Napoli lead the charge 3 points clear over AC Milan Internazionale in 3rd. Atalanta will make up the 4th spot. Those were the Champions League spots at the moment. Of course, Roma up within touching distance. Of course, got back-to-back wins for them for the first time in a long, long time. As for Salernitana, they are looking toast, as a Cagliari and Genoa as well. But of course, that could all change as we head into the next round of matches. Of course, let's take a look at the leaderboard for this week alone. It's now again, well done to you, sir. 8 out of 10. That's not too shabby there, guys. Of course, Yannick Bustler, Max Sangari, Eamon Jose Carmaga can also got 7 as well, so not too shabby there. As for the overall grand scheme of things, I will look at it. This is your leaderboard. Deep at the grade, kicking ass, sick name, 1 point clearance over Handsworth. JSBCFC are great. And Hong also make up the bronze medal spot, of course, as we try to get into the halfway part of the season. It's coming close, guys. It's coming close. Now, of course, we do supposed to have the predictor of the month award or announcement, but I'm going to wait until after the conclusion of these games. It's just running out of time at the moment because we just got back from a break down south. Anyway, if you want to get involved, check out the link. Of course, Serie A, free to enter, all good, a bit of fun, and of course you could be getting your name in lights and maybe even win a prize at the end of the season. We'll see all about that. Of course, let's get in the next round of matches then, shall we? Of course, we are looking forward to match number 15, and we're going to kick it all off with Fiorentina up against Sampdoria. Now, these games will stretch from Tuesday all the way through to Thursday, so we won't have the next round of matches until maybe Thursday evening / Friday, depending on how things go. We might do Thursday evening. Anyway, let's get into it then. Fiorentina against Sampdoria. Now, these two sides play each other 43 times, 994, 13 wins apiece, 17 draws, of course. Fiorentina winning 3 and losing 3 in the last 6, 50% form up against the Sampdoria side. Also, 50% form, winning 3 and losing 3 as well. Back-to-back wins there for Sampdoria. Coming out, the last round in Fiorentina was a 2-1 win for Sampdoria. In fact, they won back-to-back over Fiorentina last season. Both back-to-back 2-1 wins as well. Fiorentina losing to Empoli 2-1 as well last round. Meanwhile, Sampdoria picking up a 3-1 win over Hellas Verona. Look at the odds on this one, 13-8 on is your Fiorentina. They are your favourites. 92 is your way, but that's Sampdoria. 3-1 is your draw. I'm going to go with my boys here to get at least a point. 1-1 in the end over Fiorentina. Next, of course, Atalanta up against Venezia. This is on Tuesday. And now these two sides, of course, play each other 5 times since 2001, 2 wins apiece and 1 draw. Of course, Atalanta unbeaten in the last 8 games. Of course, picking up 3 wins out of the last 4, though. 75% form for them. Up against Venezia side, just one of the best 4 for them, 42% form as well. Last round in Atalanta was a 0-0 draw between these two sides in Serie B. That was back in 2003. It's been a long time ago, folks. Meanwhile, Atalanta picking up a 1-0 win over Juventus. Venezia losing to Internazionale last round. Look at the odds on this one. 92 on is your Atalanta, 21-4 is your draw, and 12-1 is your away win. That's Venezia on this one. Atalanta surely going to win this one, aren't they? 2-win in the end. Genoa, they would take on AC Milan over in Genoa, over in the Luigi Ferraris. Of course, played 32 times since 993, 7 wins for Genoa, 18 wins for Milan. Of course, 7 draws. Of course, Andriy Shevchenko is the manager of Genoa, and he used to play for AC Milan way back when. Of course, Genoa coming to this unbeaten or without a win at least 11 games. of course, are losing 4 out of the last 5. They're through form. Up against AC Milan side, who just won once of the past 5 for them, of course. So up against their former striking legend. Of course, last round in Genoa was a 2-2 draw back in December 2020. Of course, coming at you though, Genoa picked up a draw against Udinese, 0-0. Meanwhile, Milan lost to Sassuolo last round. Look at the odds on this one. 4-1 is your Genoa, 6-1 is your AC Milan, 3-1 is your draw. Realistically, you could argue a shout here for Genoa to win this game because of the new manager bouts, of course, old striker coming back to haunt AC Milan. You could do that, but I'm going to back AC Milan here, 2-1 win. In a close game, though, to take it to the house. Next up goes to Bologna, who are doing okay up against our Roma side, who are on the cusps of the top 4. Played each other 43 times in 96, 8 wins for Bologna, 24 wins for Roma, and 11 draws, of course. Bologna winning 3 of the last 4, 50% form, up against the Roma side, who have won 3 in the bouts, 58% form in all competitions. Of course, last round in Bologna was a 5-1 win for Roma back in December 2020. Of course, coming at you, Bologna picked up a 1 win over Spezia. Roma picked up a 1 over Torino. Odds on this one, 20-10 is your host, 65 is your win. That's Roma, 13-5 is your draw. Going to go with Mourinho's boys here, 1-0 win in the end. To take it to the house, Torino, they're going to be taking on Empoli, of course. That game's on Thursday. Now, these two sides, of course, play each other around about 25 times since the year 2000. 7 wins for Torino, 8 wins for Empoli, and 10 draws, of course. Torino winning, have come into this on 50% form, winning 3 and losing 3 up against Empoli side. Just 1 +4 for them, 58% form as well. Last round in Torino was a 3-0 win for Torino. It was back in December 2018. Of course, Torino losing to Roma last round. Empoli picking up a 2-1 win over Fiorentina last round. Look at the odds on this one, 11-8 on is your Torino. The high favourites, 15-4 is your Waving. That's Empoli, and 14-5 is your draw. I'm going to go with a 2-1 for Torino to take it to the house. Hellas Verona, they're going to be taking on Cagliari, of course, on Tuesday now. Of course, games all over the place. Played each other 22 times in 96, 9 wins for Hellas Verona, 8 wins for Cagliari, and 5 draws. Hellas Verona just won to beat about 6 games, 6-7% form for them right now up against Cagliari side, who haven't won in the last 8 away matches, and they haven't won the last 6 as well. But back-to-back draws though for Cagliari, losing 4 of the last 6, 17% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round in Verona was a 1-1 draw back in around about this time last season, December 2020, 6th of December. Verona and Cagliari duking out to a draw. Of course, last round, Verona lost to Sampdoria, respect, of course, and Cagliari picked up a draw against Salernitana. Of course, look at the odds on this one then, shall we? 74 on is your Verona favourites, of course, 65 is draw, 19-4 is your Waving Cagliari. Going to go with a 2-0 win for the hosts on this one for me to take on this one. Of course, Internazionale take on Spezia. Red hot home win you would expect. Played each other 2 times in 2020. 1 win for Internazionale. Nothing for Spezia, but there's been a draw. Of course, last 6 games though for Internazionale, 92% form for them, winning 5 of the last 6. Of course, up against Spezia, just 1 win and 6 for them, 25% form as well. Coming at you last round over in the Giuseppe Meazza of the 2-1 win for Internazionale. That was back in December 2020. Of course, Internazionale picked up a 2-0 win over Venezia. Also back-to-back clean sheets for them heading into all competitions. Meanwhile, Spezia did lose to Bologna last round. Look at the odds on this one. Internazionale coming at you 11-2 on for the victory. 30-2 is your draw. 12-1 is your Spezia on this one. Going to be a home win, isn't it? 3-0 win and another clean sheet to boot. Lazio need a bounce back, and they need a bounce back fast up against Udinese side. Of course, Sarri ball took a bit of a battering last round. Played each other 55 times though, these two sides. 31 wins for Lazio, 13 wins for Udinese, and 11 draws. Of course, Lazio back-to-back defeats. Sorry, not back-to-back defeats. 2 defeats the past 3 games. 50% form for them right now. Up against Udinese side, just 1 win in 6. 42% form for them. Bit of trouble though over there in Udinese. I think they're struggling right now. Of course, last round in Lazio was a 3-1 win for Udinese. That was back in November 2020. Of course, around about this time last season. The hopes that hasn't won this game since Lazio beat Udinese back in December 2019. Of course, Lazio picking up a loss against Napoli last round. Udinese picking up a draw against Genoa last round. Look at the odds on this one. Lazio need a bounce back. On this one, they are at home. 6-4 on. For the favourites, of course, 45 is draw, 70-4 away win. That's, of course, Udinese. Bounce back ability, Lazio 2-1 win in the end. Next about Sassuolo, of course, picking up a cheeky result against Milan. Now, of course, taking on the leaders. Napoli played each other 17 times, 2013. 2 wins for Sassuolo, 9 wins for Napoli. 6 draws, of course. Sassuolo just 1 win in 4 for them, 58% form. Up against the Napoli side, 1 win in 4, 58% form as well in all competitions. Of course, heading into this one last time, played in Sassuolo was a 3-3 draw back in March 2021. Of course, Sassuolo picking up a 3-1 over Milan. Of course, Napoli picking up a 4-1 win over Lazio. Last round, 3-1 is your Sassuolo, 20-17 on is your Napoli, and 40-5 is your draw. Napoli runaway leaders, and they'll run away with this one as well. 2-0 win as well. And finally, it's Salernitana up against Juventus. Of course, played each other 2 times in 98, 1 win apiece. Of course, no draw. Salernitana just 1 win in 6 for them, 25% form. Up against the Juventus side, back-to-back defeats for them, 50% form as well. Winning 3 and losing 3 in the last 6. Of course, last round over in Salernitana was a 1-0 win for Salernitana. That was back in May 1999. Of course, Salernitana did draw with Cagliari last round. Juventus lost to Atalanta last round. Back-to-back games without scoring a goal for Juventus in all competitions. Following on on for that 4-0 demolition by Chelsea. Of course, look at the odds on this one then, shall we have Salernitana, where are you, 52 for the victory, 11 for Honors, Juventus, and 41 is your draw. Going to go with the Juventus here, bounce back earlier, 3-0 win, of course, scoring some goals to boot. That's my picks, boys. Be sure to get your picks in as well. If you watch that Serie A to get in amongst it, and of course, I'll see you next time around. Of course, probably coming out to Thursday for the next one. But until then, guys, give us some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, of course, Patreon as well. But until then, guys, I am out of here. But also, support the channel if you can, patreon.com/overseas. But until then, guys, I'm out.